I've been using the Google Pixel 9 Pro Fold for the past year since its launch, on and off, obviously. Look, I'm reviewing phones, so like I'm always switching devices, but I end up coming back to the Pixel 9 Pro XL and the Pixel 9 Pro Fold. But I gotta tell you, this is a really good phone, especially compared to its predecessor, improved in every single category. But how has it held up in the past year? My experience, I want to share with you guys how it's been, and here's why exactly I think it still makes sense to pick this up, even though the Pixel 10 series is right around the corner. Maybe you're watching this before the 10 series comes out, or maybe you're watching it after it comes out. But let's start things off with design. Now, we are getting a larger cover screen when compared to its predecessor, and while I do like it, it feels more like a conventional smartphone, I actually like the shape of the original Pixel Fold. It felt more like a passport style and just a little bit more compact and easier to carry. Again, that's just my take, but many foldables nowadays are like this style, so I guess that's the route we're kind of taking, or at least the companies are taking, and we're just kind of following along. But I gotta tell you, even though I don't like how this cover looks with like this huge chunk right here because of like that hinge and whatnot, I mean, I've gotten used to it. It's fine. The cover display is also great. It's vivid, bright, 120 hertz panel, and you know, you can essentially use this phone without even opening up the inner display. I'll tell you that. But it also does still feel really premium, like the design itself, and I like it. It's actually really thin, not as thin as the Z Fold 7 when unfolded, but still fairly thin. So I think it's like in the 5 millimeters. But again, I don't know what Google's gonna do with the Pixel 10 because I don't have it right now, but they got to do something to up the Z Fold 7 in my opinion. However, it does have like that polished aluminum frame, and it still does feel really premium to hold in the hand. And over time in the past year, how has it held up? The most important thing that people ask is like the hinge. How does the hinge look after day one? Like, or the crease, I'll put it that way. And it still folds really well. No problems whatsoever. Yes, you can feel that crease. It still is really evident, especially if you use the Z Fold 7 and switch to this, you're like, okay, wow, that crease is still there. But it doesn't really get in the way of using the phone. Like when I'm using this phone, I don't care about that crease. Some do, that's okay, I understand, but for me, it's just like, whatever, I've gotten used to it. Maybe it's because I review so many phones and I just use them all the time. I don't know, but the durability of the hinge and the crease has been good. Like I haven't really noticed any problems whatsoever. Still folds pretty much flat, fold open completely flat. Whereas I noticed with the OnePlus Open that I've had for almost 2 years, it doesn't open completely flat as it once used to. So there is that as well. And then it does feel a little bit heavy, you know, around like 280 grams, but you know, it's still fine, I guess. Again, once you use it for quite some time, you do get used to it. And with water resistance, this does have IPX rating, so it can handle some accidental splashes and some rain. But with dust protection, yeah, you're going to be pretty limited compared to just like regular smartphones. So maybe Google might fix things with the 10 Pro Fold, but as of right now, that's what we get here. But overall, it's still a good phone in terms of design. Now, the performance in the software has been pretty good. Look, it's the same as the Pixel 9 Pro XL. It's buttery smooth. It's got the Tensor G4. It's great for multitasking, I'll tell you that. This display, the inner display 8-inch display has been awesome, and it's a huge improvement over its predecessor. And because of Pixel UI, you're getting some really great Pixel enhancements with the seamless app switching from the outer to the inner display. You're getting improved taskbar for multitasking. You're getting optimized animations, all the great stuff. You're getting the AI features with Google Gemini and things like that. Live Translate, AI-powered transcription, Magic Eraser. So if you do a lot of editing, you have Magic Eraser now too. And Magic Eraser is actually one of the main AI tools that I use on my Pixel devices because I like to kind of delete stuff from pictures, especially like if I go on vacation, I take a photo and I just want to get rid of tourists, or I don't know, like if I'm sharing pictures of like my Tesla, I just want to get rid of like my license plate or something. So I have that here with Magic Eraser. And on a day-to-day basis, how has this been? It's been great on the big screen. Watching YouTube videos is phenomenal. Also, guys, thank you so much for 50,000 subscribers here on the channel. I am 50% to 100,000, and it's seriously a dream come true. Like, I never would have imagined reaching 50,000 subscribers. So thank you all so much for subscribing. Thank you all so much for supporting the channel and for all of the videos. It truly does mean a lot. And my next goal obviously is 100,000, but for the remainder of 2025, it is 60,000 subscribers. So I'm sure we can get there. We just got to do a little bit more pushing, a little bit more hard work, and just some grind and effort. And I think we're going to get there. But again, I appreciate each and every one of you guys for watching and for subscribing to the channel. But let's get back into it. Like, this is how YouTube essentially looks. And I'm just gonna, let's open up its competitor. This is how it looks on the big screen. I really do like how it looks, and I love watching YouTube videos. And you know, when you have picture-in-picture mode, just like that, there you go. Like, I'll have picture-in-picture mode with YouTube, and then I'll open up like a different application while I'm watching a YouTube video as well. And then you're getting 7 years of software updates, so that's also been great. This is currently running Android 16 with Material 3 Expressive. And with Pixel UI, I don't know, it just makes me feel productive. Not in the fact like multitasking, yes, you have multitasking there, but just like maybe how Pixel, the user interface, is built. I don't know, maybe that's just me being weird, but whenever I use a Pixel device, like, I want to go into my Notion, I want to go into my to-do list, I want to check mark things off and make sure I got work done. So that's just me being weird. But if you have a Pixel and you may know, you may understand. And if you do, if you know, let me know in the comments down below. Anyway, with the performance of the software, yes, it's not the most powerful chipset. It's Tensor G4, and I get that. But a lot of people who are picking up a Pixel device probably know that and are not anticipating like a lot of, you know, high numbers, especially with, you know, benchmark scores. And look, I don't care about benchmark scores and all that numbers. This performs really well on a day-to-day basis. Calling, texting, emailing, watching YouTube videos, playing Clash of Clans, using it for social media, browsing the web, taking photos and videos. I've had no stutters, no lags in the past year. So I can strongly and confidently tell you, if you are worried about this device and how it's going to perform a year later, you don't need to worry. Now let's get into the cameras. So with the cameras, they've been good. They truly have, but they're not Pixel 9 Pro XL quality. And if you're carrying the Pro, honestly, Google, you should have taken what was in the Pro and Pro XL and just brought it into the 9 Pro Fold. Just the same camera setup. And yes, you're still getting great results overall, especially if you're just going to pick up your phone and take a real quick photo, point and shoot. Then yeah, it's going to be good. But if you are going to nitpick, you kind of want to go with the Pixel 9 Pro XL. I'll tell you this, for a foldable that's like super expensive, you want to have the best of the best. And it looks like Google did kind of cut corners in the camera department, but I feel like that's been every company so far. Like, they're not taking their Pro XLs or their Ultras and taking that camera system of the, you know, their best flagship and implementing it into the foldable. If you ask me, I think a foldable should have the best of the best. That's just my opinion. You may agree, you may disagree, but I'll tell you this, like, if you end up picking this up and camera isn't your priority, you're gonna get really great results for both photos and for videos. But if camera is your #1 priority in a smartphone, you probably aren't gonna be picking up the Pixel 9 Pro Fold, because one, you're paying a really hefty price, and for that price, you can just get a better camera phone. So it's like Pixel 9 Pro Fold isn't focused primarily for camera users. Now, how has the battery life held up? I'll tell you this, it's got like somewhere around like the 4,600 milliamp hour area, and it's been pretty good for a foldable. Like, I'm getting around like 5 hours of screen on time, no problems whatsoever. The charging speeds are not the greatest, they could be faster, and I hope to see that with the 10 Pro Fold. We're gonna have to wait and see, but it's been good. Again, I've used foldables with better battery life, and this has just been like, it's not bad, but it's not like superb. It's been good. And I think we're at a point where we have chargers everywhere, so we don't need to worry. And even if you go on like a weekend trip, you'll probably end up bringing a portable charger of some sort, so you don't really need to worry too much about the battery life. Now, if you, in the case you don't have any chargers around, you're probably going to be a little bit more cautious and care about how you use it. Now, if you just use the outer display, don't even open up the inner display. That's going to save more battery. So yes, it's going to last much longer, but then that kind of ruins the entire purpose. Why are you picking up a foldable if you're not even going to open it up and use the inner larger display? I don't know. That's just my thoughts about it. But while battery life is great, it's not a strong suit. It's not like the top priority again for the Pixel 9 Pro Fold. And in the past year, I haven't really noticed too much of a battery degradation. So I guess that's a plus. And I think over, in 6-7 years, it's going to perform pretty decent. Again, with software optimization, I think it will help the battery last a little bit longer and longer. But if you really want to preserve the battery life, don't even open up the inner display. But again, that kind of ruins the entire purpose of picking up a foldable. Now let's talk about the pricing. So this did launch at a price of $1,800. And yes, that is expensive. That is very expensive. But right now it's sitting $200 cheaper than the Galaxy Z Fold 7. But there's going to be lots of discounts, and this phone has gone on sale quite often. And with its successor coming, this is going to be on a discount even more. And I would probably recommend taking a look then, put this next to the Pixel 10 Pro Fold and kind of compare the two. And if you think the upgrades are worth it, then go pick up the 10 Pro Fold. But if they're not, and you still want a Pixel foldable, then I would say pick this up for hundreds of dollars cheaper. And again, you're getting that longevity with 7 years of software updates, which is helping with the relevancy of this device. We're holding onto our phones longer and longer because of how long and how well they perform. So the pricing, I think, is going to be pretty good in 2025 because of so many discounts and it not being the latest foldable from Google. Find it like Amazon Renewed or refurbished, used, whatever the case may be. You can probably find this for under $1,000, especially like on Facebook Marketplace or maybe even on eBay. But I want to wrap things up. This has been a refined foldable experience, and I say that because of its predecessor. After a year, this Pixel 9 Pro Fold does really feel like that more polished, reliable daily device, daily foldable than its predecessor, like an early gen foldable. And it's easier to recommend. If you want the Pixel experience in that foldable form factor, this is probably still the one to get, even though its successor is coming out. This is going to be going on discount and having price drops quite frequently. And then I think it's still future proof, because you're having that extended software updates, 7 years total. It's going to last a pretty decent time, and it gets me excited for what's next with the Pixel lineup in general, whether it be the folds or the regular slab of glass, the bar phone, or like a Pixel foldable clamshell or an Ultra Mini, whatever the case may be. But I'm excited for the Pixel 10 Pro Fold and its successors. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, definitely be sure to superman the like button, comment down below, and best of all, share this video because it really does help out the channel out a lot. Will help push my content out to more people. Definitely be sure to check out my latest wallpaper pack. It's called Color Blast. I'll be leaving links in the description down below. That's been it for me. I'll catch you guys in the next video.